Hello, welcome to Down with Dragons here on Monsters of Roll. I'm DM Scott. With me, as always,
Killian playing Maven Corpse Flower, the artist that was formerly known as Maven Corpse Flower and now is Corpse Flower Incorporated LLC, Circle of Spores druid that has been brought back to life by the power of some spicy blood.
And Mick playing Holliver, a former veteran gnome scout turned master relic hunter who has traded in his intellectual pursuits for power pursuits. We'll see what happens with that.
Chris playing Viet, a regular-sized dwarf with a blue arm, crackling with energy at random intervals now. And yeah.
And Catherine playing Juniper Swift. That's all I got, guys.
Woo. Really?
She is Juniper and she is Swift. That's it.
That's fair. That is an accurate description. All right. Well, before we dive into all the action, do you have any announcements? Anything?
Yeah, we have merch. I'm gonna do that now every time I announce that we have merch. Our link is down below. It's, I believe, monstersofroll.com/shop, right? Awesome.
Yes,
You can go and check out our Redbubble store. There's stuff with our logo. There's stuff with our characters' beautiful faces on it. There might be more things coming up in the future. Who knows? Go ahead and take a little peekaroonie down in there. Go look at it. We also have the opportunity for you to send your favorite players inspiration. You connect with us in the link again down below. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't like, and who you wanted to give inspiration to for whatever episode it is that you're listening to. Give us a brief description and we will use it to make really bad decisions, or in Scott's case, to hurt us emotionally. So again, you can get at us in the link down below. Go ahead and show some love. And that's all I got this week. Happy May Day tomorrow, 2 days from now. And that's it. Bye.
Bye.
I don't know.
It could be today, depending on when people will check this
Exactly.
out.
Hey, future people. What's up?
So, with that out of the way, thank you, Killian. I guess we could dive into this week, but before we do, just last time on Down with Dragons, the crew checked out a really cool temple, and there's a fly. Sorry, just right in my eye line.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just edit that out. Okay,
He's a fan.
We're live.
We don't have a delay. Nothing. Okay. Checked out a really super cool temple across the desert into a temple that was graciously uncovered, and some trials were undertaken there. And upon getting there, the first part was done with a little trial of judgment over a few shadowy figures, which was clearly the end of it, which is where we kind of began that next episode, which, was not the end of the trials. Upon facing the next kind of part of the trials, eventually the group discovered that you can totally bring back people, and there's a tally. Some people hear voices of numbers being counted. What does that mean? Who knows? I think some of us know. For sure. And then a temple started to collapse, and people jumped on a dais and started to hold up walls by sacrificing some energy and some potential livelihood. And other people were going to try to save people and directed not to, and banished to another plane and came out like Thor and all kinds of, yeah.
Cool.
And eventually, after sprouting wings, Juniper caught up to the group that was nice enough to leave glass footprints in the sand of what direction they went, like breadcrumbs. And the
Very
group got
large
back
breadcrumbs.
together. I am very much just skimming over a lot of stuff, but that's really the
They can go back and get all the details from the episode.
absolutely,
True.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Always do it vague enough to make them confused and need to go back. So, roughly around that time is where we will be rejoining our adventurers. The group is after, and jump in here anytime just with this little part, because this is going to be a little bit of a fast forward getting back to the magical mansion. The group spends the night at that location because it was a heck of a day. A lot happened. So that camp, we'll just start there. Is there anything anybody want to have a moment or anything in that? You have a why would you want to? Because there's no Swiftblade, who's now on his feet standing guard after Oliver got picked up. I did skip that part. Yeah. So yeah, where would we like to begin there?
Swift Dad.
Swift Dad.
Swift
okay.
Dad. Yeah.
So how about this?
Uh-huh.
So Oliver, after that moment, shock kind of wears off. You're on watch, we're gonna say. Anything you want to do in that moment. He is now resumed position, standing, looking on to the distance, like Luke on a dune,
Right. Yeah. That.
I was going to, but I figured it'd be like copyright.
Probably less than 20 seconds.
Gosh, yeah, that was quite shocking. I thought I had found a new friend to talk to, and he had, for a moment there, he had some dreamy eyes for me to admire, but that switched on a dime.
You bared your soul, little.
Been there, sister.
Really, and that's probably the worst part. That's what hurts the most. It's not that he choked me and lifted me off the ground.
Please tell me this is all out loud, Oliver.
I bore my soul to him.
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
like talking to his back.
Are you talking to Sentry right now and gossiping about Swiftblade?
I'm probably talking to one of Leech's creatures or something by now. Who knows? Anyone who will listen. Oh
One
my.
came out of your all your clothes, just like.
Yeah, you get me.
Do you still have your little friend?
Oh, short round. I could summon the imp. Yeah, I will have done that.
Okay, fair. So
Yeah.
and he's just sitting on the sand, knees up to his chest, holding them, and just big eyes on it, just like, that's horrible, master. Horrible.
I know.
Victim you are.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I needed to hear.
I would never leave you.
Good.
Yes, very good.
Yes. This isn't about you right now, though. So.
No, I'm sorry. It's stupid.
Now you're fine. You know what? I'm good. Could you maybe clean out my Pioneer kit? Get all the Leech's creatures out of there, because who knows? I may need some of that stuff. Eat them if you want. I don't care.
And he just scrambles, and like you're barely like getting to just gesture like where it is, and he like tackles that area of the bag and just starts like.
The bag's putting up even more of a fight than you're expecting.
It's got like one of the straps around it.
You're doing good.
I would say at some of this, what's I can just look. I can do the DM thing and just know stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Maven.
Yeah, probably.
One more. I'm almost there. Don't take it away from me.
You got it. You can do
We don't
it.
even know
Nope,
what you're
it's so
asking.
not.
So
It's so not. I know. I haven't asked because I
Is
can.
this a table?
No, it's not a table. It's not a table. I'm
Right.
looking at
The
your passive
spreadsheet,
perceptions.
Chris. Come on, have a heart.
So Viet, you would, despite being tired and just having a day, you actually are having a very easy night's sleep, and you get woken up to the sound of like a fighting, drowning, fighting cat. You know,
Yeah, would right. Usual come up, fist cocked, ready.
there's Oliver sitting there, kind of watching this little fight happen, and all of a sudden, double take. You know, there's the Swiftblade standing over there. Back to you guys, but
Oh, this
standing
will be
there.
good.
People look at Oliver, roll to his feet, walk over to the Swiftblade in front of him.
Wait.
He still
Very
thinks
nice.
he's
Yeah.
8 feet tall in some respects here. So
Oh yeah, it just comes around and just
green eyes.
oh yeah, looks kind of just down at you without saying anything.
It is being you again. Turns.
Someone not try you properly.
Oh, he talked back this time?
Yeah.
I'm not knowing what you're meaning. He's going to look around. He's going to look over at Oliver, wherever Oliver is.
Couple feet back.
If you are in there yet, still Swift Dad. Thank you. And then he's going to turn and walk back to the camp.
At that, he won't say anything.
And he'll look at Oliver. Juniper will not be happy.
I'm not happy.
You have been having a rough day, Oliver. You've been having a rough week.
Yeah. Yeah, it's time to jettison all of that ballast and think of what's ahead, right? Seems like we can't do much about Swiftblade being Swiftblade right now, no matter how I feel about that.
He's being on his feet. Maybe we can. Maybe at some point. If
Maybe.
you want to sleep, Oliver, I will sleep. I will watch.
Okay. Yeah, don't mind my imp friend there. I gave him a simple task. He'll finish up eventually.
He'll tucker himself out. So you'll go to bed?
Yes. I will mumble and sing to myself.
Oh.
And this
Right.
time I know it's for real. The feelings that I feel. I know if I put my mind to it.
Come right. Would you wake up anyone, Viet, or would you let the rest of the kind of next shift go?
I'll watch second
Even though you
shift. So I'll take second shift.
The Blackstaff is there as well. He just bedded down.
Do not let me take third shift.
You are not taking third shift. I will take
swear
third
to everything.
shift. You're not allowed to
Hey,
keep watch anymore, I
it's
think.
your turn, by the way. No big deal, but
Viet would, for third shift, would go and next to me and whisper. He's not touching her because he knows he doesn't like to be touched when he's walking. Maven, Amanita.
Yeah. What's up?
Shh.
What's up?
It is being your turn for watch.
Cool.
Oliver did something, and now Swift Dead is back to the green-eyed person. And Viet will go and roll up in his cloak and go to sleep.
Is the imp still there?
I rolled a 2. So he is asleep with like the strap around his neck, and he's like got like one of the kits open, and it looks like he was trying to still make this work, but he's tuckered himself out, and he's just like looking like he's half being strangled and just like
Okay. Well, is Swiftblade still on watch?
he is.
I don't think he sleeps, right?
He does not.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go take up post next to Swift Dad.
Okay, I love how his new nickname.
That's his name.
All right, you take up, kind of walk over and just taking up post there.
I'm comfortable with silence, surprisingly, but I think after a little while, just kind of scanning the desert. So do you know what happened back there?
Long silence, and you're like you said, you're not. It's like just as you think, like like there's nothing, and just momentary lapse.
Fair enough. But are we to assume that is you then?
Fairly quickly, he just calmly looks over with helmet on and everything, eyes glowing or brighter than normal. I am what I am.
What you've been made to be, more like. But yes. I understand not having a choice in the matter. I was wondering why you were chosen to accompany us. Makes more sense. What it's worth, she'll be okay. We'll make sure that she'll be okay. And she'll kind of just wander back to the fire.
All right.
And I will try to loosen the strap around the imp's neck. Just because it's going to bug me if I don't.
Yeah. Roll me an insight.
Okay. Nat 20 plus 2, 22.
So as you like gently go to just kind of like, it's like it actually seems like he might like it a little, and it's like helping him sleep.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave it then.
Where it's like,
Oh, that guy's a little freak. Okay.
I mean, he's an imp.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a
Ugh. Ugh. All right. I'm just gonna go to the other side of as far away from the imp as I can, I think. Keep watch, hang out, maybe do some stargazing. I don't know. That's something I liked to do at one point in my life. So maybe I'll do that.
That's fair.
It's all marred by the Aurora Borealis.
Fair. Yeah, true. Keep forgetting about that. So used to it.
Fog. But I will say, other than the occasional, croaking gasp for breath as someone snores,
It's me.
at the end of your at the end of your watch, you would still need you'd be fine. You'd be fine because you can trance and all that, so you're fine. So yeah, it's the next day.
Cool. Where
Everyone
are we
wakes up.
going?
Yeah. Are you in character asking or me asking?
Yes.
Blackstaff will like as kind of morning, like he's waking up, and if that's like as he's waking up, he's just like back to the hideout, back to the inside and to where Telsi is, the mansion.
Such a far walk. Okay. And she'll pack her things.
The desert.
Says the druid.
Yeah.
Oh, I can fly.
Nature.
Sand shark.
Don't tempt me.
Blackstaff is getting like waking up and kind of just, checking around. He will all of a sudden, we'll just say, Viet, just for simplicity, you're closest to him. Just as you're waking up, he'll just with his staff just like smack you. Not hard, but just enough to like, and then you'll look at him, see his gaze looking at the Swiftblade.
Oliver did it.
Whoa, what?
That's his eye, like.
What
How?
did Oliver do?
Yeah, his eyes get big for a second, and that's as you kind of sit up and you realize there's not a Swift dad that you were kind of sleeping next to. He is over there and standing on guard.
Realistically, should we have to keep watch if Swiftblade doesn't sleep? She also says this in character. Like, I don't know. Feels like maybe we could all get a good 8 hours every once in a while.
Depends on
You
the
only need
trust him.
4. June's gonna walk over there and peek around.
As you come around, you'll see just a slightest slow movement to meet your eyes, but basically just kind of acknowledging your presence.
Got it.
We will try to be getting him back, Juniper. But at least he is not all burnt and stuff.
Left him. I'm sorry I couldn't let you go. And then she'll just turn and walk away and like start packing up her stuff.
Sounds like I need to be sorry because I did this somehow. I didn't. Yet, how? What? How did I do
Yeah,
this?
what did you do, Oliver?
I don't know. I woke up and that was like that.
I don't think it's anything you did, Oliver.
I disagree.
No, I just played right into Zazazan's hands. That's all.
He's a crafty one. Don't be
Your
too hard
father
on
is
yourself.
being in there somewhere, Juniper. It will be okay. He saved our lives. Yes? He was giving you more good dad advice, yes?
I guess.
You know,
I'm
June, I
guessing
didn't
it's-
have a dad. I turned out great. As you can
That's
see.
less comforting than you think it sounds.
Vince
Rude.
putting his bags on and these two ladies. Yes? Like Steph?
yeah, he's already walking. He's just
Oh
like,
my-
yes,
I turned out great. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm a ray of sunshine. And a morning person. What more could you want?
Blackstaff the whole time is just going to be like trying not to choke on the water he took his swig of. He's just,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Keep it to yourself, Blackstaff. I don't want to hear it.
oh, it was water.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
That
Alan
deadwood
Zalonia.
good will get you.
Mm-hmm.
So the group gathers their things, some lingering and talking a little bit, but the group starts moving and gets back to the mansion inside. Once inside, I mean, you never actually left Ellen Salonia. You actually were just within the different area on the surface. So hey, now
Hey.
back inside. Takes you, half a day roughly ish. Get there, and the mansion doors are floating there, and Blackstaff opens the doors and goes right in. Inside, there is obviously the normal large table and the stairs and everything. It's well lit, and there is in one corner a very large Yeti that it looks to be like polishing some like silverware and things.
The best.
So, getting back, the group is going to have time to kind of take some much needed rest here, put things together. Talcia is going to be doing some research, during which we already know people are going to be assisting just from previous conversations, things like that. She is doing more research. And during some of this time, we're going to jump around just a little bit, because one of the things that would be brought up, because it was also mentioned, is a small group are going to head back in deeper during some of this research to go back at the Endless Guard, that sarcophagus. Who would want to be part of that little delve?
Me.
Juniper?
Ooh, Oliver would.
Oliver would. All right.
Who else is
Us
going?
two.
Well,
Just me and Oliver.
Blackstaff is going, and because he's out there, Swiftblade.
I'm sticking
Or
with
no.
Talcia.
Ooh, I wonder, where would he go? Which one? Yeah,
No, I don't want him to come.
It's not all about you.
Not my real dad. I mean, you are, but you're not. Ugh.
God. No, actually, he's not. With only two you going, two you staying, so it was like he's just keeping guard on the one place that has no guard, and the Blackstaff is coming with you two. So you two are heading down. Research is happening in the mansion. Subjects looking over tomes that were left behind. And also, Juniper, you had mentioned if you want to leave behind the little
The cryptics, yes.
cryptic text. Yep.
Yes, I am not smart enough for this. Maybe I think you probably are. So it's just yes.
I will say, Talcia will be coolly happy that Maven seems to be alive again.
Like my new
And she-
concealer.
Like, oh no, it's quite lovely. I actually reworked all the spell work, so I was quite certain undead would die this time.
I missed you too, Talcia.
But at least I don't have to, hide paper cuts when I'm doing my research.
You still do. That part hasn't left.
It's still creepy.
Mhm.
Viet. I'm assuming, Maven, you're a bookish person. You enjoy doing some research. What is Viet doing during some of this? As like the first chunk of the first day, there's lots of not even really talking. It's just two people in a book, and lots of notes being written, and occasionally like a word being said that you actually understand, where it's just like, oh, dragon physiology, interesting. Oh, okay, interesting. Oh, the stones, those. So the age is important. Okay, every now and then it's like you kind of perk up. But like, what would you be doing during all that? Where would you be hanging out?
Fiat would be looking at a couple of the books. Like there's the one on physical magic, arcane physical
Yep.
augmentation. Like he's got some experience with this. So plus right, practical experience plus secondhand theoretical stuff that as Jesus. his best friend in the world.
Oh, Quincy.
Quincy, thank you.
Yep, no
I was
problem.
gonna say
Hey, I've
Grizzly.
been there.
I was going to say Grizzly. Grizzly wasn't right. Quincy, right? Secondhand theoretical from Quincy. As Quincy would have been looking at. So he'll take that book. He's gonna go up, sit up in like next to Murdet, up in that room, just kind of against the bed there reading, and then right throughout the day, like coming back downstairs and asking Maven or Telsia, whoever's up, like what this word means. And he'll go back up, and then he'll come back down. What does this word mean? And he'll eventually give up. But he's gonna work through that book, work through the Dragon's Breath book. Like this is not productive for him, but
Yeah.
that's what he's going to be reading too as best he can.
Yeah.
He can read the language. He just doesn't always can't put it all together. So
No, and that's
it's
perfect.
above
Every
his
now and then,
reading
like
level.
every
Yeah.
now and then, like in the beginning, Talcia will actually be like, she's like, oh yeah, oh, good for you. That means this and that means that. And after a while, all of a sudden, like you'll come down and be like, what does this mean? And she'll just, Maven, your turn.
I think Maven will play dumb and say, oh, I don't know. Telsia, what do you think?
I will find a way to send you back. I
No, you
swear
won't.
you'll-
You missed me. We're friends. Ha ha ha.
All right, so that's what Viet would be doing. He'd be reading as well.
Perfect. I will say one other thing, Viet.
That one, the Dragonology one. When Telsia's done with that, and he'll try
when
to
she
read
fully
those, but-
transcribes that, yeah. I will say though, when you get up to Viet's
Murdits.
room at this point, or Murdits, sorry, you
They
will
bump
notice
together.
there is there is like a hand like crocheted or whatever, like blanket now on Murdet that was not there when you left originally. And every now and then, like as you go downstairs and like several times, you don't notice all the time, but it's after like the fourth or fifth time, as you come out, you see the Yeti walk out of the room. And you start looking for it, and almost every time you leave, he goes in.
Okay.
So
Blanket out of his Yeti fur.
Oh my God.
It's very warm.
Did he finger knit it?
waterproof. So, following day, continued research and everything. The other group,
and in between, as he's got the book open, and he'll sit there, be fiddling with the ash globe too in the key, like a
Okay.
fidget spinner, because that's not dangerous at all.
Mm-mm.
no, so literally using the key from your beard
Mm-hmm.
and you're just trying to
messing with,
find-
as he's reading over a passage, just kind of messing with it.
roll me a percentile.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Hey.
no.
There's a small chance.
And then we all die.
Oh gosh.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
That would be a 99.
That's either really good or terrible.
Oh, sorry, 69. 69.
Nice.
No comment on that one.
You're fine. You're fine. Nothing happens. Oh, I was actually for a second really like, wow. Guess who's not going to be part of the next episode? Everyone but Viet. Solo episode. The other group. Second day gets down to the arcane research area. You stop there, kind of restock. Overall, you're not having too bad of a time. You've already made this journey twice now. This is the third time. And also having the black staff, he seems to have a few extra little bags or tricks in his bag that he can help conceal, help distract. There's a couple times where you do hear a thing or two, and literally he just like kind of Gandalf slamming down the staff and letting the staff just glow in the dark. And then there's no sound.
So like a warning.
I mean, basically you hear monsters or things in the dark, and then all of a sudden, you heard the staff slam down and the light go off, and then there was no sound. carry a big stick.
Was that his answer when she asked?
Oh yeah, if that's just like, it kind of plays it off a little bit and just carry a bigger stick than the monster,
Okay.
and just
Yeah,
keeps moving.
All right. That's not weird.
That's not weird. No.
It's also how you wield it, but yeah.
Ah, ha, ha.
I'm taking away inspiration. No.
Fair.
No, fair.
That's fair.
All right, keep heading down. So more research on the second day. You will get a full transcription at that point of the dragonology and like having to do with how, like, a description of all of the encountered dragon breeds that they saw during the pre-war or during the wartime, the ages that they did actually slay and bring down, the specifics that they found out, the stones, like almost all of them have them, but they're not really significant until they hit maturity. Otherwise, they can be used basically for minor control, things like that. And also, as they get older, it's not a great thing to, once they hit a certain age, to try to do things with the stone to them. But also, all of the facts of lethality, sizes, just it's a basic rundown of Dragons 101. Little is known about once you get into your much older dragons. It's basically your young, smaller size that they dealt with like locusts. Continuing on, we'll just jump, and the second group has managed to roll me one more percentile dice for that second day if he keeps playing with that globe.
Oh,
If he
Don't
does.
me. I've got a 0, 0, and a 9. What does that mean? Just 9. 9.
That's fine.
It was 900.
900.
I'm supposed to be making Scott sweat over this.
No, the 99 was just like, oh no. So you make it all the way back down to the where the endless guard sarcophagus is, the prototypical lab.
Yeah.
There is what very little remains of it's mostly the metal bits of a clockwork dragon that has been exploded.
Oliver did do that.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You just, Theobald just looks at it, he's like, not bad. Just, well done.
We got
Speaking
more
of
of those too, if you need them.
Are they safe to have on?
Oh no!
Probably not.
No.
Probably not.
I think we established that they're not safe.
All of this stuff is experimental. We have no idea. It's part of the
And
fun,
you just
right?
took all of them.
Yeah.
That tracks.
I'm not there.
That tracks.
I mean, technically, I didn't take anything.
I mean, you did, and then you brought it back.
I did wear a circlet for a while, and then I put it the F back. I put it back.
Oh, is that down here? Where's that?
I left it in that room over there.
it's
The one that made me forget common. I couldn't speak common.
probably just didn't get the hang of it and understand how it worked. It's a prototype, right?
Yeah, I literally forgot common.
Right.
I
Well,
forgot common.
I mean, yeah. Objectively, it's just like I the thing I learned when I was a baby, like
Right.
Forgot that.
Like my first language. Yeah. I mean, I could wield a sword. That was pretty cool.
Well, speaking of common, we didn't take that vessel of communication. That's still down here
Yeah, because it's huge.
because it's huge. Yeah. Speaking of huge, how are we, if we get this thing, this old guard guy, how are we moving it? Because it's huge and heavy.
Yeah. Maybe the guard can do it? I was kind of hoping. I was banking on that, honestly.
Theobald kind of nods as you're saying, then just like, from what Telsey was saying, he's prepared in a way that it shouldn't take what it would normally take to bring somebody else back. It should be just topping off a bucket of water instead of filling it.
Yeah. I holler at, like, but he's in here. Well, we'll show him
Yeah.
this giant sarcophagus.
Yeah.
It's big.
Upright. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heavy. I mean, I almost lifted it on my own, with Viet. But yeah, it's a little heavy.
Yeah.
Just over his head, like, no.
Absolutely not. Yeah, you make your way in. Inside, you will see the sarcophagus is still there. And spending a little time relooking over things, and like Theobald does bring out a couple pieces of like parchment and starts laying them out on the other like altar that was there next to it that had other stuff, and starts laying it out. And some of it is just some of her Telsia's notes and things specific. And he's kind of looking over some of it and then kind of looking at the actual sarcophagus. And after a little bit of him just doing that, he just kind of looks back and he's like, I'll be honest, none of this makes enough sense for me to make a choice beyond if I'm just going to try it or not.
Oh, what does it say? If I go over and read those notes from Telsia, what does it say? And do I understand? Yeah.
Okay. Roll me an intelligence check.
Great. Love it.
Love it.
So let's try this dice. Why not? That's a 16. 16. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. It's like being pretty darn good at math. Like high school level, A and everything math related.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at like Stephen Hawking's notes.
Right. Okay.
Where you're like, that is far beyond me. I know what this is, and I know I don't know it, Okay, but you do especially notice there's specifically little spots where it points at this and then like has like it's circled and then it says, you're a moron if you try this. Heart. And then further on, just like and he's like, as you're looking at, he's like, she said she'd make it simple.
I don't think she knows how.
Oh, she knows. She just enjoys not.
Okay, I think she doesn't want to. All right. Well,
let me take a look at it. I'm basically become a professor of archaeology, expert on the occult, and how does one say it? Obtainer of rare antiquities. I could take a gander.
Please.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I'm just gonna try stuff.
All right. Oliver analyzes.
Yeah, intelligence check.
Okay. Straight intelligence.
That or Arcana, seeing as you're really trying to decipher this and use your expertise. So yeah, you could do Arcana.
All right.
Arcana?
You said, did you understand this? Not if you could totally. Okay, fine. Roll Arcana. Add your Arcana to that intelligence check.
It would have been a 20.
That's still a no.
Well, fine.
Oh, well, maybe my 17.
I'll let you, knowing that her 20 didn't do it either, give me the best performance you want of how you know. You're like,
Well, I mean, obviously, this is the. If I mean, I don't know Telsia that well, but once you get a little clue into her mind, you start to see that she starts to organize things in a very rational yet irrational manner. So what things they look like they're in this order, which would be logical to the normal mind. However, it's more arcanely organized. So, you have to take into account a lot of contexts, like astrological, arcane, this, that, and the other thing. And
you can say you don't know too.
I don't know. I don't.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
No,
I
she
guess-
does this on purpose, like
All
a
right.
lot when she doesn't want things to happen. But
If
this
she-
is
Why did she let us come down? You know what?
let us. He bristles a little bit at that. Just-
No, I mean, like, you give a.
because she knows I want this, or at least want to try. But
All
she's
right,
not
well-
making it easy.
Let's just try it then. I guess be ready for anything. And she's gonna put her hand on that sarcophagus. And we're gonna
Yeah, he'll back up.
she'll
And,
take the sword out, like for fun. Like we're gonna take that sword out into the one hand. Probably her right hand, because she's right-handed.
I'm gonna make a roll real quick for Theobald.
Just
Nope,
be ready.
low enough. Nope. He's just like, he just backs up, and he also, you see, like he hits the staff on the ground and the ruins light up, and you can actually see he actually pulls back like an arcane string on it, and it bows the staff just a little bit.
Okay, that's really cool.
He just
That's
gives you a
friggin'
look of like,
awesome.
I
like
know.
I can't even.
However, what are you doing as people are basically drawing the line in the sand? If
Well, I want to be helpful in this endeavor and get this thing up and moving too. But I'm a little bummed that I didn't understand Telsia's schematics or plans or whatever. It's I don't like that. So I am going to also make a show of trying to make something happen along with Juniper.
Okay.
Only I will have slipped that circlet of attuned knowledge on my head under my hat while they were focused on that.
roll me
Thinking
a
that
stealth check with advantage, or a
Yeah,
sleight of
yeah.
hand with advantage.
okay. Thinking that, Juniper couldn't handle it, but I'm different. I'm built different. Okay? So-
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Okay, so with advantage, that gives me a dirty 20.
All righty. I gotta pull up a table. That's good enough for everyone's perception in this room. Like you're fine.
I'm focused on something else.
So you put that on. Now, I would like you to roll me a d12 and then a d6 as you put this on, and you're going to spend this moment just really like we're going to really speed up that attuning process just to make this moment happen.
Okay. Delightful.
Delightful.
The D12 is a 7.
Okay.
And then what was the other one? Sorry.
D6.
All right. The D6 is a 1.
This will be good.
Of course, it's me. It'll be great.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what is it as you put it on and you're having these thoughts? Like, what would that back of your mind kind of subconscious thought of like, what are you hoping to gain from this skill wise? Like, just
Okay,
for
so,
reference, direction.
Ever since I made a pact with Sentry, I kind of lost my touch as far as the intellectual side went. And I think there's just something just right out of my grasp that I should be able to understand to be helpful here. But I've got this whole sunk cost fallacy of what I've already put in with Sentry. And in the back of my mind, knowing that, I'm probably going to have to quit him and, go to Zeph, but I don't want to admit that I did the wrong thing at this point.
Fair.
That's it.
Okay.
I just feel like it's going to go flash. I got it.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. That is not what happens with that roll. But we'll come to it when it comes up, as long as you're wearing this for the moment.
Okay.
So you slip that on, you start focusing while everybody else is geared up, and you're just like, come on, let me understand. Let me be me. Let me get back to where, that home field advantage. Come on. And Juniper, you cast
we're gonna try a revivify. Yeah.
All right.
Because I got the feeling last time that's what it should have been.
Yeah. And ironically, as you do, it is one of those things where normally to make it super simple, and I've already used the reference, it's like spells are like pouring energy into a bucket to achieve the level to make a thing happen.
Mm-hmm.
This literally feels like both topping something off, but also almost like there's a drain there that's just drinking it in. Like it's just easy. And then suddenly,
and stepping back, like,
yeah,
ready.
And all of there's ruins all over the sarcophagus that just start to light up, trailing the outline of just like a carved figure inside of it.
Oh, I hope that's a good sign.
Too late now. And after a few moments of some clicks and some clacks, and all of a sudden the light dims. And then you hear it opens up and it just spills out a very large black man. Drops onto the ground. All he's wearing is just kind of a loincloth. And he's kind of down on one knee, hands down on the ground in front of him. He's got long, kind of black, stringy hair. And he's built like a linebacker. I mean, about 6'5" probably. He's big, hefty guy. And he's just, you can see, coughing and just breathing for the first time in who knows how long.
Are you okay?
Theobald is just, you see him like you can see the thought form in his head, and there's also at the same moment a look of like, just like, oh God, and show me your eyes.
June's just gonna laugh a little bit.
And like through the coughing, you'll hear him say something.
Oh, she's
you won't
gonna
know what it is.
Gingerly hand him water, like water skin.
Oh yeah, as it comes in vision,
like if he's coughing,
snatches it and just starts guzzling it.
Ooh, okay. So I didn't hear him, or I didn't understand.
You did not understand.
Okay. I did not understand that. Did you? Did either of you understand that?
No.
Nope.
Great.
Then he, like, you see him actually stand up, 6 foot. I mean, big guy. He's got all kinds of, like, he's got these tattoos along his neck. They're like ruins, and they go up and kind of trail around into his jawline. He's got a lot of kind of scarification, kind of ritualistic looking. And he looks around and you can see gears are moving and he's just and then looking at each of you and really looks at Theobald and looks at that, energy that's kind of ready to go, and then kind of looks at each one of Oliver and Juniper, but it's like he's keeping his attention towards the Blackstaff, and he has both of you kind of in his peripheral. Very much looks like he's trying to take in the situation, but he also looks like he's ready to go.
Yeah. June's kind of like assumed a position of like the hand up and like
and
kind of
holding
like,
a
hey,
sword.
come in.
Yeah,
But like back, like ready but not threatening.
yeah.
Like she
Like,
doesn't want to be looming.
whoa,
Yeah. Hey, it's okay.
You're in the Velociraptor pit. You're just like, hey.
Exactly. It's okay, Blue. It's okay.
Yeah.
I will offer him, after seeing him how voraciously he drank that water, I'll offer him one of the crackers that I saved from Viet.
He'll just kind of keeping an eye on all of you and slowly reach out to take it and gently takes it, still watching everyone, and then just
I kind of wish I had more now.
He says something again. Can't understand it, and he just kind of makes a motion.
I really wish I could understand that language.
Are we able to kind of figure out what his emotions mean?
As
yeah,
Jennifer even kind of says stuff, and he just like is gesturing like.
Can I
roll me an insight check? There's a question that has to do with a roll for D&D.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 17.
Okay. You get the idea that he's very much listening to you, and he's kind of like, as you start to speak and then stop, he's just almost like more.
Do you understand us, or do you can't? Ooh.
Makes the same gesture again.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so keep
Blackstaff's
talking.
like, yeah, keep talking. Keep talking.
I guess my name is Juniper. We brought you back here in Alan Salonia.
His eyes kind of eyebrows perk up a little bit at that.
It's been a very long time. 1500 years. Is that how long it's been? 1500 years.
I think something like that.
This says a long time. There's everyone's dead.
As you're
that's probably
rambling, all of
not
a sudden you'll see almost like the look of like metal light going across metal, the runes across his neck kind of just have a ripple of light, and then up around, and then he just kind of holds up a hand.
Is it supposed to be doing that?
Yes.
Okay.
It takes time
to process. I'm really bad at this. I'm sorry. I told you everyone was dead.
Spell work. Part of the preparation. Where are the priests? Where is everyone?
They're all gone.
As far as we can tell, the city is a dead city.
The dragons.
It's kind of a can of worms. They won.
You'll see him just nod and look over at Blackstaff, and are you going to use that? And like, just, do I need to? just shakes his head. He'll kind of let go of that energy, kind of like you almost burnt your fingertips, kind of a wave, and wait. And who are you? I did not catch that part.
Juniper Swift.
Juniper Swift looks at you, Oliver.
Oliver Jagervisk, scout and relic hunter. I was very instrumental in figuring out how to get you awakened here today.
Thank you. Looks over at the black staff and he just says black staff. That's it. He nods. And then he walks to the other side of the room, and with a section of wall you had no idea was hidden, puts his hand on it, and there's a light underneath it that lights up under his hand, and it opens.
What?
And he starts grabbing gear.
Oh, wait, we didn't see that before. What?
It was not for you.
Okay. Well, hopefully these aren't prototypes, right? They're the finished product, right?
You said Alan Zalonia.
Yes.
I was not supposed to be here. I was supposed to be sent to Ellen Bellendos to be with my brethren. We were going to a full frontal attack.
Oh.
Hmm. Huh.
As he says that, do we have any idea where that city actually is?
Specifically, no, you were kind of given rough ideas. Some were like beyond borders and stuff. So no, you don't.
Okay. We don't know where that city is.
It was crossing the sea. I was supposed to join them before they attacked.
The sea?
The sea.
The oceans.
Can't
The
cross
other
those.
continents.
Don't follow.
The other continents.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. We've only had a hint at maybe one other continent so far. That's news to us.
How much of the world is left to you?
We have a lot to tell you.
We'll walk and talk.
Yeah.
I need to end this war the way it should have. And he's going to start putting gear on.
Do you have a name?
Yes, sorry. Zeshiantesis.
Seshiantesis. I'm gonna write that down.
Zashian.
You're spelling to
Zashian. Tassus. Zashian Tessus.
Zashiantesis. Zashiantesis. Got it. Do we need to take that with us?
He just kind
The
of
sarcophagus.
smirks at it. He's a vessel to protect me as I slept.
Is that a no?
I do not need it unless you have. And he looks at Oliver. Mr. Jägermeister has reliquary needs of it.
Yes, of course. I might have relic-esque logical needs. Of course.
Take of
yes.
it as you will. I do not need it.
I'm going to take it. Do you have a cart, maybe, or like a dolly?
I do not.
Oh, okay. I got it. I got it covered. I would like to turn into a giant ape to take it.
Can I? Okay. Mick, I'm on board with this, man. You do know it is days back.
Huh?
It's days back,
Yeah.
and it lasts for an hour.
So
No, if
still
we want to
seems
play
like
this out, I am with you. I just want to make sure Mick remembers that.
right.
And I assume you
just,
did, but
right. I'll get this the first leg of the journey, and some other method will present itself because I'm a
Absolutely.
smart guy.
I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Maybe your imp will carry it.
And that's the weird thing. As you think about that in that moment, you just kind of go like, okay, so I could do this. I'm strong enough if I'm an ape. And it's like I'll get back like soon. So it'll work. And you just turn into a giant ape, which Zashian takes a few steps back as he does, and just like, he's a magic user. Excellent. And he's gonna walk out, and you can just Kong this thing. Squeezing through the doors, it takes a little bit of effort.
June's just gonna look at Theobald and go, "There's no way this can fall apart, right?"
I'll be honest. I at least we won't have anything trying to hunt us for a little while.
Yeah.
Or if there is, at least it'll eat him first, because that apparently is the type of thing it hunts. So that's good for us as well.
Great.
I'm assuming Ape Oliver doesn't hear this.
With Blackstaff, he's not trying to let's say it rudely to you. So no. So the group starts to move. After about an hour. How do you carry this thing? Because you can feel the spell ending, so it's not going to be just a sudden, anvil on you, but you definitely feel like, oh no, it's ending,
Right. Hold on. Clang.
Oh no.
Most of that was gravity. It's okay. Yeah. So I need the imp to try to help.
He immediately is just like, yes. And he runs back, and he's pushing, and then you see him like try to put his fingernails under one corner and is just jerking and lifting with his back only, and just
okay. This is good. Let's just dump everything into this one. Then I'm gonna bring up the shadow spawn to try to help the imp.
Oh my.
Okay. So describe to me what your shadow spawn looks like this time, because we kind of,
Right. So the shadow spawn this time looks like it almost looks a little bit like the Swiftblade, but with a really mopey posture, because it has taken on the aspect of despair. Oliver's despairing a bit about that connection that he thought was just within reach with Swift Dad being just ripped away so fast. So between the tiny little fat imp and the shadow creature of despair, they've got it right.
Oh, absolutely. And as the shadow creature starts to just slowly push into it, and you can actually just ever so slightly hear the grinding of stone 1 centimeter at a time, you see the biggest smile on your little imp's face. He's like, ha, 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 ha. This progress is like beyond slow. It is literally just grinding stone. And Theobald, like Blackstaff, comes back and just kind of looks at you, and he's like, we can come back for it. You can't keep it right now, buddy.
Okay, just let me take some etchings of the runes before we move on, just in case something happens.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you just start to and just about 10 minutes. He gives you all the time you want to really get some detailed rubbings.
Yeah, I try to get Short Round the Imp to help, but he's just a disaster at it. So he just ruins some papers and some charcoals.
You hand it to him, and as he's holding one's like part of it, it's just like you can see it shredding in his nails, and it just looks at it, and then he goes to switch hands, and then eventually you just.
Okay, I got it. Don't worry.
All right, so the group heads on. We'll skip forward back in the magical mansion. Telsia and Maven make all kinds of progress breaking down everything, and at a certain point Telsia even kind of bothers Viet and be like, because one of the times you're just like, let's say just sitting on the stairs and just kind of, she's like, can you set that here? I'd love to take a look at that, because you keep playing with something I Sealy made that you said, and I feel like that is irresponsible to be used as a fidget toy.
Oh, yes. Here, you want to be looking at it? Yes.
If you don't, I'd love to try to learn something about it.
If you shake it like this, then it goes like ash.
She just every time you just do so, she's like, what? Give it, and she just nods, like gestures over to the Yeti, and the Yeti kind of walks over and just,
Do you want the key too?
Let's start with you hanging on to that. Let's just keep that pin out of that grenade. And she'll start looking at that. And during that time, over the course of that travel time, the group comes back. You'll see Telsi actually starts off just literally like, and I have a bomb away from someone who's going to blow us up. To eventually, she gets frustrated and her eyes need a rest from looking at the books with Maven. And she actually just starts using it as a distraction.
Is it day 3? Do you want me to roll again? I'm pretty sure I can get 99.
No. No. And basically she starts to actually look at it, and the more she looks at it, the more time she spends with it versus some of the last tomes. And she actually starts to make some interesting, like you'll hear her every now and then make little comments of like arcane transmutable teleportation and time dilation sphere and just all kinds of different things. What was the finger?
While she's messing with that, Viet will take out the mirror, Sorva's mirror, and be fiddling with that then.
Oh, God.
Okay, Maven's gonna jump up at that one. Hey, Viet. Is that Sorva's mirror?
Yes.
Okay, can I see that for a second?
I just started looking at it.
I give him my geode from my pocket that has it's the hinged astrolabe thing. So I say it's a stargazing device. I'll tell him this. I'm like, you can use this to map the stars, and it's a blue geode that I have. So you can look at that. I'm gonna keep on.
Probably start telling her about the geode and where it was probably most likely found, and the age of it, and
just licks it and
do that full on stone cunning.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, I
follow Maven back to the table and continue talking to her about it.
Awesome. No, I love this.
I actually like it more that it's like just a thing he does versus like almost like blacking out and just to have like that old school moment where he just like licks it and it's just like it's about 1500 years old and it's made from the, and they're like, what happened? You know? So yeah, you this geode, you can go down its elemental structure, where the part of karate was probably found in.
Who was the geode's dad?
A piece of limestone
Okay. All right.
and shale.
I'd rather be playing with the mirror, but it's fine.
I know, but no. I do bring it over to Talsia though to look at.
Okay. So as she's looking and writing notes and making comments kind of out to everyone, you set it down. She's like, that's some, you just have that out, huh?
I need your help with it.
And what do you want my help with it on specifically?
What do we do with it? It's a rock right now. It's a mirror. I know what I like cover the mirror with my hand as if it is a live wire,
Two-way mirror.
a wiretap. I'm like, I know what this is. Okay. But I don't know how to use it.
I only have the vaguest understanding of what it's supposed to mean that we can do with it. I don't know. I don't want it though.
I'm not telling you to keep it, Talsia.
I have to hang on to it to research it.
Do you want me to put it in a box?
That would be lovely to start.
Great. I'll go get my box. And I go grab the box that had Sentry's belt in it.
Oh.
The elemental box.
Yep.
put it in
She
there.
will also be interested in that box. Where? How did he? Like, do you literally hide all of the actual interesting things and then just fidget with them?
No, there was this cool belt in there. And now I'm made a pact with a primordial god. Duh, Talsia. Where do you think I got this cool
All
belt?
of you and making pacts with everything. I mean, that was different, but still.
I was a vampire. I don't know.
Viet's got one of the elemental crystals out and comparing it to the geode.
At least that can't be that dangerous because it's a bullet. It's just a bullet, right? It's cool.
I'm rolling just a Arcana check for how much she just look at it and she'd be just looking. She'd be like, "Put that away. Why do you have that too?"
It goes in
All
this.
right, all right.
Yep. At the blunderbuss.
Oh dear God! She's like, "All right." She takes the box from you, Maven, opens it. I want to see everything that looks like fun to you, and it goes into this box.
I put the 2 pine cones pinned to my chest into the box.
Those are not
Those
fun.
aren't
Those
just
are
pine cones.
dangerous.
I go, no, those explode.
He thinks those are dangerous.
They explode.
Obviously, everything does around all of you.
But this one is meant to.
And like she gestures at the crystal. She's like, "And how many of those do you have?"
3.
You can all have them back when you leave. I'm happy to look at them safely in controlled setting, but you can have them back when you leave. Until then, they under my supervision.
You're going in teacher's fun box. I understand.
He puts the gems in there. The blunderbuss will not fit in that item, I'm thinking.
If these are what makes that work, I feel safe. You can play with that.
I'm okay. I'm not being certain, but let's see what else does he have that could go in there.
It's like disarming Germany.
She's got my ash globe. She's got the thing. He'll take the scroll out for the blood weave and put that in there. She's got Sorva's mirror.
Like,
he'll put some of his poisons in there. Those are dangerous if you do not take them in the right dosage.
She'll look at Maven.
He'll put his fan in there. I'm not sure if that is dangerous or not, but Celia gave me that too.
I just imagine just
Yeah, I grabbed the snow globe and I put that
Okay.
in there.
Gets his bag of holding and kind of shakes it around, looking
Yeah.
in there a little bit just to see if there's anything. This
We have
is
a
all
lot.
money.
We have a lot. I put in the letter opener. I put in the snow globe. I put in the
Well, snow globe is what she's been looking at.
Mhm.
Because
Okay.
yet you didn't give that back, right? You gave that. You've been playing with
Oh,
that.
he took it off her corpse.
She took
Yeah,
the
you
snow
took most
globe.
of my things off my
Yeah.
corpse.
Telsia just took the snow globe. So
Right? No,
Oh.
but
yeah, no, I
Killian
took
was
the
gonna
snow
take it
globe
from
and
her
I
bag
took
and
the,
put it. Yeah, so
I took the snow
Okay.
globe and the mirror.
Yep.
I took them away for safekeeping. I'll put the amulet against proof against detection location in there.
And then June has your 2-way bag.
Does my dynamic warhammer fit in there?
at this point, it can fit on it. But right now,
he'll
there's just
show. He'll hold out a short heart. Can get out like the giant spiky stick thing. This is dangerous, and this is kind of fun to play with too.
I'll be honest. I feel like that one might be okay for you.
Tuck it back. I think that is all I have. But I can.
I truly hope that's all, and I really don't want to find out that there could be more dangerous things that you all have.
I will go talk to Leech then. You
Be
wander
careful.
off.
You're not armed.
I still have my dynamic dwarven stick.
Correct. Just be careful. Yeah, and she'll kind of go back into like sliding the box down the table to like the very middle on her side of what she feels like is the line from Maven and Viet, and then look back at the mirror and just, all right, so I can try to find out what I can. Obviously, this place has some potential here. Obviously, we've already found references and some information, but you could spend a lifetime here and looking around. All I know is it's both horrible to probably have on you, and also I wouldn't let it out of my sight either. I would definitely treat it like it can hear you. That's smart. It probably can. And I'll be honest, she probably knows exactly where you are too, as long as you have it on your person. I mean, it's a part of her. And the fact that she hasn't already come for it, now that it's back in your possession, because that was part of your little trades you do, is it's either terrifying because she doesn't think she needs it and it's better with all of us here and you, or my wards are proving better than I expected, but I'm probably, unfortunately, not that good. So yeah, so we can see what we can find. When everyone else gets here, we can kind of rethink on that part. But this is, and kind of pointing back at the globe, this is terrifying. And how long you've all had this for quite some time. This is the type of thing that if you had broken this, magically speaking, I think you could have unmade everything.
Viet's walking back at this point. I forgot the rope.
Wait, you
Raven
mean
and Callan murdered somebody with this. This
we
is
did?
dangerous,
That
too.
was very fun and enjoyable. But then she came back to life, so that wasn't as enjoyable. Okay, you said unmake everything?
I mean, that's what it feels like. There's a lot of magical potential, and it seems to have to do with teleportation and transmutive properties, and
Transportation.
there's even
Does
it almost
turn
feels like
into a
there's
boat?
different time inside.
Does it turn into a boat?
How do we get in?
It
You're
could
supposed to be
probably
looking for a
turn
boat
itself
with no
into
name.
anything.
How do we get in?
I was being
How do you
careful
say
with it. We don't have to worry about dropping it. I was being careful.
I mean, you went toe to toe with Zazozan. I mean, I'm just saying it could have happened. And while you would have definitely killed him and yourselves and me, and that wouldn't have been good.
That is
But-
being good to know.
No, I don't want to die because I don't know if there's a place on this continent.
Oh,
where
it's
we'll be
terrible.
safe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't die. It's a bad idea right now. Horrible, in fact.
Theobald has mentioned as much. I haven't had the pleasure, and I'd like to keep it that way. So, let's just keep buckling down on this. Play safe, everyone. This is important, and it is very dangerous.
Zazozan said we need the key. Do you want the key?
I do not want the key yet. I do not.
How about
She
the
looks
feather?
almost frightful at it when you like. I do not want that near here.
How about do you want a feather?
If I do, I need to have a feather.
It helps me feel better if that. Okay.
Oh,
Would it make you feel better?
I'm feeling okay now. At the moment, I will need it back. You cannot have it. But if right now, if you want to hold on to it,
she's having a slightly, she's like, I would be honored if you'd allow me to hang on to that for a little bit.
I am not thinking it is dangerous.
Who did you get it from?
The witch woman.
Oh, okay. I remember references to that. No, we'll just, you can hang on to that. I feel slightly now less comfortable with the idea.
All right.
I'm going to go back to work though. So she goes back to work. Time progresses. It's now been from start to finish on this about 6 days. Is there anything specifically during travel and all that anyone wanted to hit on?
Besides
Other
Ashian,
than-
Um,
Excuse.
the
He's not French.
so
I believe he's established that Sylvan.
the circlet has made me extra smart, right?
Oddly enough, roll me an intelligence check.
Oh, okay. That is a 24.
Perfect. Over the last 3 days 3 days roughly of traveling back, and you guys have kind of streamlined that movement now. You're going to start to notice that your clarity of thought when you are trying to recollect, like the inscriptions, and you were kind of like, it was unfortunate that short round like ate the one, but you've noticed like even just freehand doodling, like you are able to recreate it perfectly just from your memory. But then when you start like over those course of those days and you start doing that and you're like, oh my God, I think it's working. Like, I think it's working. Like, it's so clear. I am focused. It's okay. So, okay. We've been traveling for what? A little bit, and we should be there anytime. And like that kind of train of thought every now and then starts to creep back in. And all of a sudden you realize like, and the idea of math, numbers, distance, time is now a nothingness to you.
Like,
So if you try to think like how long you've been walking, feels like a minute ago or forever. How many days, how old, like if it has to do with numbers, it is now like basically it is numbers are Greek. That is what you kind of rolled on that table for the negative effect.
okay.
But you have the kind of benefit right now of the part of keen mind that lets you photographic memory of anything that you have seen or read within the last month. unless it had numbers in it. Because then those are just weird symbols.
Okay, anything that can be measured by a quantifiable value, I have no grasp of it, right?
Yep.
How many dragons are there?
So many.
1, 5, 30. Well,
Have we noticed any of this at all?
Roll me a percept or an insight check. Roll me an
Just
insight
for
check.
fun. Like, why not?
First watch, second watch, third watch. God only knows.
Right.
He just stays up all night, just like I just
You
didn't know
said-
when to stop.
Randomly wakes you up. It's been 30 minutes.
You said
He's getting
insight.
great sleep. Yeah, insight.
16.
16. I'd say by the last day for sure. And that, you know what? I think that's a funny enough thing where you go to sleep and he's on watch and it feels like you were asleep for maybe 20 minutes. And then he wakes you up and it's your watch and you're like, oh, that
No,
was
it's
a
not.
crappy night's, it's a crappy night's sleep. And he lays down and goes to sleep. And then you're kind of looking around and you're looking at like the little campfire that you guys are and seeing the wood that was set off to the side for like the rest of the night. And it's like, it has been like 20 minutes. And
Really
like,
tired.
yeah. And the next day you just are thinking about this and that doesn't make sense. And whether you're being playful with it or you start asking a couple questions of like, so how many days have we been gone now, you think?
He's
However,
handing
you
out
know, just-
rations and he keeps coming
Yeah.
up short or too many. And
you'll start to piece together that he definitely like he might not be able to count anymore.
Have you always been this bad at counting?
well, it's been a good amount of days, right? It's been a
year or two, century.
the
Yeah, don't bring
average
century
amount
in.
of days it would take for us to get from here to there. Yes, that's
Oliver, how old is this city?
how old is this city?
Yeah, and however, this is like you were maybe starting to be suspicious now. So if you want to uncover this about yourself, you 100% are sure now that you can't count. And
Well,
deal with that. Yeah.
the good thing about my my avocation is that there are actually a lot of qualitative terms for defining age. It is ancient. It is archaic even. Eons have probably passed, or less, but some amount of time,
I don't know.
which is
what you
considerable. A
I don't think
considerable
she's
amount of
buying
time.
it.
did. I don't know what you did, but you're being really cagey. Just be careful, I guess.
Careful, I can do.
All right.
You can count on me.
Can I? How many times?
What did I even just say?
Yeah. This isn't weird to anybody else. Like just anybody.
I
If you look
honestly
over at-
don't think Oliver would appreciate it at this point,
Appreciate
Black-
what?
because he can convince himself that he has qualitative terms to cover quantitative values easy enough. He's
All right,
got
all
enough
right.
jargon to just
Okay.
gaslight himself.
I'm fine. It's not the thing I put on my head. You'll see Blackstaff just looking at all this, and you're just like, anybody else gonna say anything?
Like,
And he's just like,
okay. All right.
and Zashian,
No.
like, who's been now traveling with you for a few days.
I would have asked if I could call him Zash for short
Well, yeah,
at some point.
he's fine with it. Like, he's
Okay.
just like,
Is that
he'll-
like
he'll-
offensive or
no.
okay? I just don't want to be offensive.
He's not a huge talker either, though. Like
That's
if you
fine.
ask him questions and stuff like that, he will respond and all that. But he seems like he's a little bit focused on looking around, seeing the difference in this place, and just introspective right now a little bit more. But he totally responds, and
Okay. Do the runes light up at all anymore?
No, they do
the
not.
tattoo runes. Okay.
And if you ask him about them, it's rune work that basically does the equivalent of like the spells, comprehend language, and tongues, but it is part of his actual like rune work in his skin. So it always like it identifies the language, he learns it, and then he can speak it.
Does that work like for anyone?
If you have the right components, it can be done.
Do you remember them?
I could help you. I don't know if terminology or anything has changed, but I have done it myself. We are all trained.
Cool. Well, we will revisit
You can
that
be-
later.
There are many things that rune work in the skin can do.
Yeah, I really want to revisit that later.
All right. So you all make it back.
Yes.
Upon getting back and a little time of getting there, decompressing and all that, Talcia is going to kind of call a town hall meeting. And when you get there, you will notice that there is a very large trunk against one wall now, and it has a lock on it. And she is now wearing like a long keychain necklace, and in the middle of the table is the snow globe. When everyone kind of reconvenes, and she's like, all right, I'm glad everyone could make it. Not like you had anywhere else to go.
Right.
But so that your little present from Seely, from everything that I know without actually turning it on, and please don't ask me to turn it on because I don't want to. And she just looks at you and she's like, no. It will teleport you somewhere. I know not where. It's wherever Seely, I guess, wants you to be. But my best guess, and she will kind of turn the snow globe, and you'll see her tap a few different spots, and you'll see a recess open up that would fit a key. And she just looks at you and she's like, no, not yet. I think it does work just as simply as that one is really wanting to do, and just wind it up. But it has enough power in it where it seems to keep things running. So my best guess, after looking at it and studying and making some research on that idea, is that it creates some kind of link with whoever is within proximity of it, sends you there, and while the little clock is wound up, you stay there. Once it stops, my best guess, because this is Seely, is you will return.
There's a time limit.
I have no idea how long. There's enough power that you could run teleportation magic like that. I would estimate anywhere between a few days. But depending on where it takes you, what potential dimension, it could run for an hour. It depends on where she's sending you because it requires different power.
It is needing different power.
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at Oliver trying to understand this.
It's like I'm with you, and I'm gone.
So there's a time
Um,
limit. Oh no.
No, I got this.
Yeah,
I got this. I know what the time is.
So,
Like 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes no matter where we go. 3 minutes. Yes.
but we don't know where it's going to send us.
I don't have an idea. The only thing that I can think of is, honestly, it could, with the potential there, and I know this sounds far-fetched, either the far distant past, seeing as there's a floating city in there, if the symbology means anything,
Oh.
or a different potential dimension somewhere super cold, or to the south. I don't know, but the amount of power that is in that thing is scary.
I was being careful.
I understand, but having it sitting on the table in my mansion here also makes me nervous that I'm not being gentle enough. Like, this thing is 100% fine until it's not.
That's okay. What about the cryptics?
Oh, that. I can't solve this.
Great.
No. You misunderstood. I can't. It is 100% synced to not me. Even if I knew specifically what the actual phrase or sequence of things to turn on the dials, I can't. It is, I'm guessing, seeing as it was given to you,
Celie gave it to me.
it is synced to you specifically.
Okay, so I have to.
Yes, you have to figure this one out. And knowing her, you already likely either know how or don't need to know how, and just have to do the
Until I
right
need
thing
to
at the
know.
right time.
Right.
I have.
Yeah.
It's Celie. It's amazing,
Yeah.
right?
All right. Well, I guess we're going inside a globe. Is that what we're doing, you guys? Is that
When you put it like that, it sounds silly.
right? Exactly.
Mm. I mean, we've had worse ideas, haven't we?
Absolutely.
You'll see Telsey
Brought
actually
that
pull
thing
out a
back
book
from the dead. So.
and then just start paging backwards in it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, very funny, Telsey. Very
I was just
funny.
checking from what
Uh-huh,
I'm aware of.
yeah.
If this is what
Right.
Dancing Lady wants us to be doing, then we should do it. Can we get our stuff back? And is he coming with us?
Leaving right now?
Oh,
What?
Oh,
You
yeah,
got-
without our
like
stuff.
Talsia will like kind of I'm assuming, because I kind of glanced over that, introductions were made of who he is and all that stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she's like,
like, hi, this is
I
our
mean,
new friend Ash.
I mean, he's lovely, and
You are
would
being
be
very
great.
heavy.
So are you?
I mean, I would love to continue to, and she just looks at him, just like study him. But
June's gonna wink
And-
at her. Yeah, right.
and I mean, for historical reference alone, of course,
Yeah,
kind of just
just
looking over at
posterity's
Theobald, you know?
sake. Completely just posterity.
But I mean, it's up to you on that part. He's welcome to stay with us until you return as well, obviously.
What does he want to do? Like, Sash, what do you want to do?
We are not knowing where we are going and
I-
if it'll be helpful at all.
He just kind of nods, and I need to find out more of where and what I'm doing next before I jump into anything else.
We are a big frying
Yeah.
pan, yes. Or not the frying pan. We're one of
Fire?
those, being one of
Are we
those
the
two.
fire? Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So just one stoic non-talker in the group. Great.
Talcy will actually be like, oh, I don't think he can go.
Oh,
I
Good.
don't think it'll let him. Just from what this looks like, I honestly think that it's fairly keyed into who she would allow to actually use it.
guess there's one way to find out.
There is. Not here, not in
Not-
here, because
right.
oh my gosh,
Yes, we will be
teleportation
going
inside of an
outside.
extra dimensional space would be horrible.
I will go say goodbye to Murdit.
I'll come with you. Feels weird, but I know.
I do want to pull June aside quick before you go.
Yeah.
So, waiting until Viet's out of earshot. So we brought back
Viet
your
can be
father.
hearing really good.
Can you go upstairs, Viet?
I can still hear you. Yeah.
I've mastered the art of standing incredibly
Oh my
still.
god, is he Drax? just slowly. I'm completely invisible.
We brought back your father.
Yeah.
Do you think this is something we could do for him?
For Murdet?
More for Viet, but yes.
I mean, it's definitely possible.
I
But
think we should.
it didn't really work with my dad, though, right?
That's different. That's different, though, because he's under Zazozan's protection or influence or whatever. He was here. It's not your fault that something else has him ensnared more snugly.
Yeah. I already feel like I made a mistake
You did.
and I should have just let him go.
That's okay, because there's things yet to be discovered. That means there's a chance. We can keep trying. With Murder,
So
I think we have to.
I don't know if now's the time. So there's a limited amount of power, like a limited well that I'm drawing from, right?
Mhm.
And my dad took one of those spots.
And he was undeserving of it?
Maybe.
I don't think so. I'll leave this up to you. It's not something I can do. But I do think it is hypocritical to leave Murdet the way that he is, knowing what we can do. Is all.
He'll be coming down the stairs. He is nice and warm. That is a nice blanket.
Good.
Can we be getting our things out of the chest?
Yes, and she takes off the, Oliver, Blackstaff would during that and just kind of, so what are you doing?
What am I doing? I mean, what's there left to do but act? We've spent all this time trying to figure out what to do, how to deal with these damned god dragons. Now we have some direction. What is there to do but act? If they'll have me, I'll hop on that boat or whatever they were talking about turning into.
Yeah. All right. I hope just don't die again.
He is good at coming back.
If I do, I'll try to make it a good one for you. How about that?
Careful with what you equip.
Um, good advice.
He just kind of looks at the black staff and he's like, just saying.
Yeah. And speaking of
gets it.
equipment, tell Leech everything's good. He can use my leftover stuff however he sees fit.
I'll tell him. Just be safe. And he kind of, right as everyone kind of comes back in the room, he raises his voice to everyone, just to all of you. Be careful.
I am not sure we are knowing how.
At least you're aware of it. Talcia will open up the chest and then kind of just start being like,
What is
I
that
don't even
saying,
want
Hulliver? Knowing is it half? Is it a fourth? What is the thing?
Knowing is a significant portion of the battle. It is a certain amount of the battle.
Yes, that is what I was thinking. Thank you, Hulliver.
Yes,
That is
and
making sense.
the remainder, of course, is violence.
Talcia will be like, who said that? I don't recall.
It is sounding like something that that Callan would be saying.
Fair.
Doesn't sound so foolish after all.
Good time. So everyone will get their equipment back and be ushered out. Yeah.
Just a moment. Hold on. I'm coming.
Before we head outside, or
Yeah.
as people are heading outside, can June just pull Blackstaff aside really
Yeah.
quick? Naven said I should bring Murdet back, but I don't know that I should. And I'm not. I think he deserves it, but I don't think I'm ready yet. How did you decide?
When you know, you know. And sometimes it's as simple as the right moment, the right person, even if you don't know. I'll be honest, not knowing sometimes helps more too, just seeing the need. But only you can make that choice. You are ready. The main set knows it.
Yeah, I already messed it up once, so I think I might just
Yeah.
wait a little bit.
We all mess up a lot of things, but if you want my opinion when it comes to him, I don't know him that well, obviously. Just what mostly you guys have all told me. But I if everything's 100%, I know his brother well enough, or at least his both of them.
Half brother? Yeah.
No, both of them. And I'm still not going to do it. Regardless of bad luck or whatever. He used up the one time I said yes for me. I can't use that twice. It doesn't matter who it is on the same. even though I know Linsensonome would want me to. And I think probably Callan would too. But I also can see both of them telling me not to too.
Choices suck.
Yeah, no kidding. And the more you find out, the more choices you get. And
Well-
those suck too.
My
You
history
just-
with making choices is my track record is not great.
Odds are eventually that means you're gonna hit a really good one.
Or a really bad one. Hey, maybe that's going into the snow globe. So
Yeah, that one's not one I'm gonna do.
it's gonna be a great adventure. Maybe.
He just looks back towards Talasia. He's like, every day.
All right.
I
well,
heard
good
that.
luck.
Yeah, you all head off. You kind of
Mhm.
make your way back up onto the surface.
Oh, we were going to do it out in the entryway by the library line, I thought.
No. Talsia would at least
She's like, nope, go further, go out.
away. And she'll come with you actually enough to help you kind of get to a
to a safe distance.
yeah, no, and she like as the door, she's like, just wave like bye, have fun. No, you're not doing it right there. Like grabs a coat and she's like, come on, yeah, she'll take you back kind of towards the surface and get you just out that she's like, here, this is a safe enough place that at least I won't know doom is coming if this goes horrible.
I will not be dropping it.
I'm not worried about that. You're gonna turn it on.
Now?
No.
Oh, and she could just is like, oh, he's so quick to. Okay, she's just gonna step back.
Thanks,
And
Telsia.
Zash will kind of be there as well. He's standing back and he's curious.
Point of order before we do anything. Does Maven have the box with Sorva's mirror in it?
Yes.
Okay.
If you want it.
Yes.
Or did you want to leave it behind? You're still nodding your head, and I said, do you want to leave it behind?
No, I want it.
Okay.
Vat would leave his books behind, unless Oliver wanted them. Oliver, did you want the books?
Nope. Books are a drag.
Yeah, man.
Totally broken. Okay.
How many books did you leave behind, Halibert? No. All right. You all set up, and she's like, all right, just stay within close proximity. Set the globe on the ground, I would recommend, seeing as I think that's going to stay here and you're not.
Oh.
Put the key in, and she steps back another couple feet. If you're all ready, I think just turn the key until it stops winding. And then as you hit the end of it, all of a sudden you feel there's like
That was
this
not
last
the globe.
little tension. What?
That wasn't.
That was the glow you said. And you hit that last tension and click. And all of a sudden there is a flash of bright, bright light. And suddenly the temperature shifts.
Ooh.
And you all are in an icy tundra.
Should have brought a
Think
jacket.
Antarctica.
Ooh.
Should have brought a jacket.
I feel
And in
great.
the distance, I mean, it's cold. It is just blowing like crazy. And you can see in the distance a few recognizable landmarks. You are actually near Dragonlock. Everything frozen.
Oh.
And
That's
looking
weird.
around, you can also you see there's some glowing, maybe some fire or something every now and then in the landscape. And looking carefully, you can see looks to be almost like cracks in the earth that have glowing lava.
Oh.
And then in the distance, coming up from the cliffside, because you're up on the north end, a obsidian floating city starts to come into view.
Oh. Oh no.
And
Okay.
behind you,
Uh-oh.
you are going to hear a few calls of creatures.
Oh no.
And that is where we're going to leave off. That's not,
What kind of creature? What does it sound like? Does it sound familiar?
it sounds very alien and evil. And as you kind of look behind
Not
and you
good.
see near some rocks and stuff, all of a sudden breaking out of the ice, this elongated, white-skinned, almost like
Ugh.
boned devil
Oh,
starts
no.
to stand up. And that's where we're going to leave off. How's that? You asked for more? There you go.
Don't ask for more,
Welcome.
Catherine.
Yeah.
You're gonna get us killed.
Okay, well, sorry.
Now you think about it all week. So thank you for joining us. This was a little bit more of a information and jumping forward a little bit, but until next time.
We're not in the desert.
You're not in the desert.
Well,
You're
technically
not.
we are, but
Well,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Geographically, you're still even not.
yeah, okay.
Join us next time, next Friday, 7:00 Central. Get another episode. Have a great week. Thank you.
bye.